Assalamu alaikum, people. So if you remember, I think it might have been last year, I posted up a place in, where was it? Ilford. Ilford, where I got the, well, I hope he's not going to get mad, but the Turkish community got on to me because I called it a Lahmacun.
Yeah, don't do that. Look, just.
I know it's Lahmacun now.
Yeah, but let me explain a bit further, right? So basically, like, Turkish is a modern language, about 150 years old.
Yeah.
Pre-Turkish Republic, it was Arabic. So we did the whole all that stuff as well, right? Ottoman Empire. Then when the Republic got formed, we created a brand new language. So we have two C's. So my name is Cenk.
Okay.
Spelled normal C, E-N-K. So that normal C is a J sound. When you have a C with like a sort of a slip G thing happening, little accent on the bottom,
okay, yeah,
that's a ch, as in church sound.
Oh.
So whenever you go Lahmacun or Lahmacun, we look at you like you're being weird. It's kind of funny, but you know. Anyway,
but yeah, so if you guys remember that place.
Lahmacun.
Yeah, that. Yeah. So that's this brother's mum's place.
Yeah.
And where are we today? How's is this like the similar food here? Or?
Yeah. So this is the stuff. So if you remember that other place is basically like a massive oven that I built. It's a massive oven, wood burning oven, brick oven there. It's traditional Turkish village style. And then we were doing lahmacuns there, and we did pidez there. And it was me and my mum. We sort of built that up and set that all up and everything, right? And then we got sort of asked by the community, why don't you do another place in another location? So I was like, okay, so we had a look. And but to go and do that in a high-end, massive, busy high street, it's just not gonna work because it's not that kind of vibe. It's more local based. You get to know what's what, you get to know the owners. You know, I get to see your kids growing up and then go behave or Allah will punish you. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, like my mum does to you. You all know my mum, right? That's the way it works, right? I do the bad boy behind you, and then I'll be the bad cop. And then my mum's always like, oh, my darling. And that's it, So,
fair enough.
Yeah, but then all that happened here was that we wanted to do like just another version where we had a bit more space so we could like give some tables and chairs properly. And not a restaurant, because that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
But more like a sort of a local Turkish cafeteria, lokanta type thing.
Yeah.
Where you have more like in Turkey. You probably see them on TikTok, the videos where like there's always some like village type person when he's got his big massive lump.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, he tends to spill this. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because that's just it's like that's just exploitation. And a bit weird. but basically, so I get to do. I'm the cook of the family.
Okay.
Right. You may have noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I get to do things that you won't necessarily find in a Turkish restaurant,
like Green Lanes.
Because it's not their game.
Okay.
And even like Antepler in Haringey, we opened the same time as them, our lahmacun place. But we twisted our lahmacuns for the Asian palate. Okay. Right? So if you traditional lahmacun, like even the one that I made you, usually they're a lot thinner, have you noticed?
Yeah.
In the Turkish versions, and a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And a lot thinner. Right. So I've catered that more to the Western market, which we have in Ilford for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? And then what I did there was pretty much like my little Italian mix into as well, make it a bit more sort of crispy Italian style. Because you went, that's really nice, I love it. It's so crispy. Why is it so crispy? So I think I am pizzerist. I set that all up, and then my mum put the human face on it because I'm terrible with human beings.
Fair enough.
You'll notice that.
So how long has that place in Ilford been running for anyway?
20?
Because I only
20 plus years.
He's the one that introduced it to me like last year.
Yeah, because you got the final secret handshake. He had to check you out to make sure you were worth it. I don't want any riff-raff like wannabe food influencer coming to my businesses. I've kept this place quiet for a year. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. No, I think it was, hang on, so I'm that age now. So it must be 20 plus years we've been there.
Oh, wow. My older cousin went there when he was a kid.
Yeah.
He's 36 now.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, fair amount of time. I think my family got hold of it when I was around about 25 years ago.
Okay.
And then we got the chip shop next door, which is halal. Good chip shop, really good chip shop. And then, and not that sort of halal chip shop where everything tastes of like garam masala.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's traditional, like proper Anglo chip shop, which is halal. Right, everything's halal there. I love it when they walk into they used to walk in and go, "Is it halal?" It's like, brother, I'm in a Muslim area. There's no one else left here. Wallah, do you know what I mean? We have to be, otherwise we wouldn't last 30 seconds, right? So, then we took over next door. And initially the aim was just basically to like just knock the wall through and just have somewhere to sit for the chip shop.
Okay.
And then I remember we were like, and this is a time where Costa Coffee didn't exist. You couldn't get a cappuccino for love nor money in Ilford.
Really?
Like if I know how, like, for example, if we were going to go out, I'd be like, I'll meet you for a cappuccino like late night. I'd be like, yeah, I know where a place. And we'd go somewhere, we'd have a cappuccino. Right? There, 25 years ago, if I said to him, let's go and get a cappuccino, he'd be like, well, there's a coffee machine in the local snooker hall. There was that culture, it hadn't arrived.
Damn.
So even when I did I did a wood burning oven.
Yeah.
Like you've seen it, like it's a big brick thing.
Yeah.
All right.
And we can see that one in behind you.
Yeah, that one there. That's sexy. That's beautiful. That one I built. The other one I built. This one but then I love that. That's beautiful. I cook human. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. If you have any dead bodies. But I think what happens is that as time progressed, it was basically trying to sell basically a Turkish keema naan or roti.
Yeah.
Which is what to you.
Yeah.
With just a different sensibility. Because the only difference between our foods really is it's the further east you go,
the spicier it gets.
Yeah, pretty much. The spice and also the types of herbs and spices you use in it. Right?
It's the type of bread as well, I think.
Yeah.
Your bread is, I know you said you made it thicker, but it's just slightly different to the ones that we have.
Yeah, I find that your ones tend to be
a bit more doughy, I think.
Yeah, but they're doughy and more absorbent because the types of food that you do.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to be like just analytical about it. Let's say, for example, let's say you have your dal or your curry or like your masala or something, right? That's very like.
It's got to scoop it up.
Yeah, it's a scoop up type deal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and like with us, it's like same formula. But we tend to, and also you've got to bear in mind, Turkey's a massive space.
Yeah.
So with Turkey, you have like, the further from if Turkey's a square like this, and Europe's all along here, and Russia's along here, and Middle East is that way, right? Istanbul's in this corner here. Think of it as a square, okay? All everywhere, all that west coast is where you will go on holiday to Antalya, But this bit is where all the food kitchens are.
Okay.
Gaziantep, Hatay. They all have different Bursa. They all have different variations of foods, like a different play on it. So if you'd have people go, well, I went to this Turkish restaurant and it tastes like this. What yours tastes different? It's like, yeah, but what region are you cooking from?
Yeah.
Right. So that's why it's about consistency. Yeah.
One thing as well is you might be able to help us because I've seen a lot of people online say like when they go to Turkey, they say the Turkish food over in England is better than what they have in Turkey. So where would you recommend for people to go if they want to taste some proper, like non-touristy kind of palate Turkish food?
There's better people than me to tell you because whereas I haven't been back in a long time.
Fair enough.
All right, that's true. All right. And I've heard that complaint a few times. I've heard the counter complaint as well, which is that I've gone to Turkey and the food was dire, or I've gone to Turkey and the food tastes not better, but just different to what I'm getting here. Okay, so there's two arguments to that. All right, the first one is the place that where you're going to, which are the touristy bits, is because that's what sells.
Okay.
All right. Okay, and then that gets transferred over to the UK and the Western world because it's what pitches. It's like curries, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, like the curries that I've eaten from my friend's house is way better than the stuff that I ever got in a restaurant.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Right. So I know you feel, I get it, but what our businesses have to provide to the greater thing. Like I wouldn't go to a Turkish restaurant and get a chicken shish.
Yeah.
because nothing wrong with it, but it's bland as it comes. It's just all right. But I'd go, if I want to go to a place where they do hunku bandi, you want the bakeries, you want the esoteric stuff, but then you're looking at sort of ye olde Arabic pre-Ottoman Empire foods, all right? But they're going to be hard to find because you've got to understand, as Turkey's modernised in the last 30 years and become liberalised, a lot of people have forgotten those ways. So basically what you're kind of getting is a modernised Western version of our food, right? So those old ways get lost, and the only way you're really going to find them is probably to go in the deepest, darkest parts of the East. And do you know what I mean? It's like going from here and having a pasta here. Like, I know, is it an Alfredo fettucce or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
And then going to Italy and asking for that, they'll probably spit in your face because they don't do it. They don't like you they don't like you doing it, right? So there's like...
It's also like what you mentioned about how you adapted food to Western palates.
Yeah.
It's what's happened here is it's more close to what we would eat.
Yeah.
So that's why we like it. When you go to Turkey, it's not adapted to our palates.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be, because we've got the population. You got the population there to sort of cater to the way it should be. But it's like anything. It's like I remember I used to get accused of like, well, it's not, your lahmacun's aren't the same as the ones in Haringey. I'm like, yeah, but if that Turkish community was all the way over here, I'd cater for them. But when I was doing the traditional Turkish lahmacuns, for example, back in the day, your community was going, it's too small, it's too crispy, it's too thin. I want it bigger, I want it better, I want it fluffy, I want that one lahmacun to fill me up for the rest of the day because I've got no money. Do you understand? So you adapt, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, it's very cool to listen to this because obviously growing up, we used to go for lahmacun all the time.
I know.
And you're right, you want to spend £3 and you want to be full.
They're £3, man. They're £3, man. You come in now 25 years later. I remember, buddy, when it was just £1. It's like, mate, that was 25 years ago and about 30% of inflation ago. Do you know what it's like? Have you seen what's happened to the world? Chicken and chips for 12 quid. And you're still buying it.
What's
no,
the
I'm not married. No. I failed my mum.
All right, go on. So, what's your favourite things about East London? And you can be honest.
Oh, dude.
I know there's probably not that
No. Okay, so I've spent a long time in East London. Even before I came to East London, I spent a long time in East London because my old job meant that I used to travel around to lots of parts of East London. It's improved. It has improved.
In
There's some weird bits.
Yeah.
There are some weird bits. It can be a bit weird where jokes like the jokey thing where like I find like some East Londoners, because don't forget, like Asians have grown up to be kind of East London-y, like the old English East Londoners used to be, right? And I find like sometimes when they sort of ask you like how well you are and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of threatening, and they don't realise they're coming across as threatening. Does that make sense?
Listen, even now I was walking up and there was a guy shuffling with boxes and his door was open and I said, "You're right, David, you need help?" And he looked at me as though I was going to rob him.
Yeah. But it could be anything simple as like, like you asking after my mum. So but the way some of them do this, are like, "How's your mum?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, she's all right." He goes, "How's her health?" "Yeah, she's fine, man. She's all right." Like, "Yeah." "How's her legs?" "Is she all right?" "Is she all right?" He's like, "Dude, are you trying to like threaten him or something?" He's like, so I think in East London people are a lot more on guard.
Yeah.
I think that's what people are a little bit more on guard because I think there's a lot more of a melting pot.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I think it's like anything. It's like it's getting there.
Yeah.
I think you've got some wicked places. I do worry that there is still a sense of like theirs and ours. You with me? Does that make sense? But I think like, yeah, it's all right. There's all sorts, man. I've seen some weird people, and I'll tell you that off camera because I've seen some weird stories from here, and that's just like I don't want to upset your viewers. But I've seen some like wicked people, like some like truly like genuinely like brilliant. My mum. I mean, like like think about it. For her to deal with your lot.
Yeah.
20 years. Me not like, oh my God, would you say my mum? But see to see a community grow. No, it's see assimilation, see it happen in front of you. It's in great bits. Look at Stratford. I mean, all right, Westfield. I would never go there. It's just like some big corporatized. I want corporatism to end.
Yeah.
To a degree. I think there's certain bits in life where scaling up everything, I think you lose stuff. You know, I think I'd rather have a really good burger from your hand, than go to some big corporate where it's like, I mean. And I think also like, if there's one thing more I'd like to see is getting our younger kids to work more, like getting them into work younger. I think in my time, you could be like, you know, doing a paper round at 11 years old, 12 years old. You know, you'd be working part-time in your local chip shop by you're 15, 16, and you got in the habit of working. I think we kind of leave that a bit late for people.
Fair
But
enough.
overall, East London, yeah, I mean, it's like any part of London, man.
Yeah. What's your favourite restaurants in East London? And you can't say your mum's place or anything.
I love mine. I love mine.
Go on. Let's narrow it down. Yeah. What's your top three or top
I
five?
could probably give you top three.
Okay,
I used
go
to
on.
love Dave's.
Titans.
I used to love
yeah.
Dave's, man. I think when I used to go there when I was like running around a lot around East London.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, that's really cool, right? Really nice. And then I think like,
What was your go-to dishes in Tayyip's?
it was just like the masalas, man. Anything hot, man. Just like, look, you got to understand. My friends were all like mixed.
Yeah.
Okay. And they all go for the kormas because they're all like cowards and they wouldn't like eat anything. They didn't have any kind of heat or spice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kidabaji, and they're like, you know, and I just like, give me some like proper dal, and then I want like a good masala. Give me a garam, like not too hot, and then I want I want those like he does wicked lamb chops still.
Yeah.
I haven't been there a long time.
Great lamb.
Yeah, so I just go like, just give me everything hot. That tomorrow morning I can't go anywhere.
Number two then.
What was number two? Hang on, I'm trying to find an appropriate thing. I was like, there was really good. It sounds weird, but it was a really good Italian like coffee shop. They did the best breakfast. What do they call it again? Pettucci's or Pellucci's? I think it's Pellucci's. Is it Pellucci's?
Whereabouts is it?
Like that way. I'm pretty sure it's Shoreditch way. I can't remember its name. I went there years ago, and it occasionally pops up on my feed.
Yeah.
Like, because like, everyone goes, oh, it's the best like English breakfast, and like they're proper. Like, if it's for it's not halal. Don't go there. No, because it's like, you know, it's haram. It's like everything's. But I remember going there, and I remember my mates loving it. I think I just had an omelette or something, but it looked amazing. And then and for them to turn around and go, that was, I just can't remember. I think it's Perucci's or Pellucci's. Okay. Because it came up recently, because I've been there decades ago.
Yeah.
And it was literally like, when did this suddenly become popular? All right. And then what else was there? This is gonna sound a bit weird, because I think the other thing was like Manzi's pie and mash shop.
Mantis.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Oh.
There's also the Notary Deal around there, which is really good. Okay. They do a really nice vegetarian pie and mash, which I highly recommend.
A vegetarian pie.
Yeah, which means that it's halal, bruv. So you can try it.
I'll pass on the vegetarian.
Yeah, I know, but you know, because it's like, I'd love them to do a halal pie.
Yeah.
But for some reason, our community we can't do halal pies, man. I've tried. Honestly, I've tried everyone's version of it. And I love how, like, in East London, you're trying to see bits happening. Like, there's another restaurant in East London, I forgot. No, I think that's it. No, they're the ones that I remember. Yeah. And there was also the bagel bakeries, 'cause I love me a bagel.
Okay.
Yeah, the Brick Lane one, and then there was the one in, like, Gants Hill Way.
Okay, I don't think I've seen the one in Gansel, but I know the bagel bake on Brick Lane.
Yeah, everyone knows that. It's every time, if you Google bagel, it's like that one, right? Yeah, and that's it. I think the other ones are like, I think they've changed a lot. I think a lot of hands have changed, and I think like what I saw over the last 30 years was, as the Jewish community moved on from East London, the Asian community moved in after them, and a handful of Turks. And I think you've seen that. I think a lot, but I said, if it was 20 years ago. Yeah, it'd be those three: Taib's, the cafe. I'm sure it's Palucci. Sorry if I got that wrong. and then the bagel place. But I mean, after that, I don't. Like, when you're in this game, it's like you like.
What food is best?
Well, it's not even that. It's like you just don't have the time.
Yeah.
It's like I kept my friends just said to me, "Why do you work so hard? You don't need to." It's like, well, because I enjoy doing it, but it's like it does get tiring. It does get weary. But
Imagine.
what else would you do?
Huh?
Sit behind a camera and pretend to interview people.
Could you just briefly talk to us about your menu here and what you're going to be selling here, basically, once you're...
Okay, right. So you tried a few. You tried a few bits.
Yes.
So it's basically. Let me explain this. All the street foodie stuff, not necessarily the ojak basha stuff. Yeah, we do a shish. Yeah, we're doing a dana. Yeah, just because I know you people get a bit like, oh, my shish. So we do all that kind of stuff, but we keep it simple. It's not. It's designed to be like you come, you chill. It's not like high-end Turkish massive place where you're paying overpriced to sit there and have some guy come and serve you. We're a nice casual place. All right, you get to know me. You get to know what I do. I've got a wood-burning oven, so I cook everything by wood. Nothing out of a packet, nothing pre-frozen apart from the fries. Probably that's about it. And even then, I'm working on that. We do like a really nice chicken doner, which has got a nice Hatay sauce, which is like a nice creamy tomato sauce that we add onto it. You would have seen it on you lot have probably seen it on TikTok and all that stuff where you see some guy with the flatbread and he sort of puts this red sauce on it and he rolls it up. You would have seen it. What else? Lahmacun's. We do really nice pizzas, obviously halal, but we do really nice Italian-style thin-based pizzas. I make the dough myself. I think I showed you. You've seen proof of it. So you make a pre-ferment, which is like a bigger, and you use that, which is all the yeast. And the trick is, the difference between posh pizzas and normal pizzas is this. Everyone wants to know what the difference is.
Go on, let's hear it.
Right. Posh pizzas, after you've eaten it, it doesn't repeat on you. You don't get a heavy stomach because all the yeast has already been like processed through properly.
Okay.
So you basically you'll do a pre-ferment or biga or Polish they're called. They're basically baker's terms for different types of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're letting it sit so the yeast actually expands and contracts and does its thing and stops being so acidic, right?
Okay.
And then basically, so whereas when you go to like, I don't know, a chicken shop, pizza shop, you know what I mean? Like basically where it's like big dough stuff and like you eat it and you're like, next day it's repeating the whole day because they haven't allowed it to the yeast to get through it, right? All right, so the fermentation process, which can take about 2 days. Right. Anyway, so we're doing all the esoteric stuff. I'm not a Turkish ocak basha person, so I find like the stuff that's not really there, and I'll do it to, how should I put it, the best version of it. I'll have a smaller menu, okay, where I don't do 1,000 different things.
Okay.
And then what I'll do, I'm going to start adding specials that only so far your lot's going to know about. And then and that's going to be announced on our social media as we go along. Because then that's the way I get to check to see who's actually paying attention.
Yeah.
Rather than they come off the street and it's like, oh, here's my special that you didn't make no effort for. So basically,
the whole menu is halal, isn't it?
Alhamdulillah, everything is. I mean, that's one thing. It's like that's here and the other place, everything's halal.
Okay.
It's because it's doable.
Yeah.
If it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago, it wasn't doable. It was hard to do.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't. But here, everything is. Our meats all come from fully HMC registers, all from Ilford way, and the other places. Our keema, we make it all fresh ourselves. So.
Fair enough. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Don't forget to talk about the rice pudding as well.
Yeah. So.
Oh
so,
my God, that rice pudding was sensational. Oh my days.
Yeah. Okay. So what we do is.
Is that going to be on the menu? Yeah.
That is on the menu.
Okay.
So that's the menu there. Okay. That's us. Okay. That's the Instagram. You just pause and you can scroll into it. But it's Defne, this word. I think, what was it again? Defne wood-fired goodness. I couldn't find something short.
So what does that mean in...
Defne is based... I forgot my Turkish now. What does Defne mean? Because there's a joke behind that. Because every time, especially Turks, when they go, oh, you called your business whatever. Yeah. what's the significance? I'm like, I don't know. I just picked it out of the hat. I just didn't really get.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounded cool. I literally called it Defne for one reason alone. Swear to God. I think it was I think it's bay leaf I think it's bay leaf in Turkish, right? The only reason I did that was so that you lot could pronounce it.
Yeah.
So when I go Defne, you go, oh, Defne. But if I do a proper Turkish name like Gökyüzü, how many years did it take you to pronounce that?
I still call it Gökyüzü.
Yeah, right. So right. So, and you doing that to my name would just irritate me. So I spent decades. You got to understand. I was the first. My family were the first Turks here.
Okay.
Right? Like we came here I was born in '74. I'm old. My family came here in the '70s, right? So there was no Turks. There was no haringey. You couldn't get hold of anything here, right? And do you imagine being brought up as me, where your first name begins with a C, but it's pronounced a J? In this country, everyone calling me Senk. I'm like, dude, my name's Jay. And then eventually I just moved it to J. And I just like, because that's easier for you. You with me?
Yeah.
Right. And the rice pudding is pretty much this music. So the rice pudding. So he's talking about this. There you go. See, chef weight. Okay. So can you see that?
Yeah.
Right. So that's basically what they're arguing about. Right. So there's two of them that they've already eaten. So there's one and there's two. And the guy behind the camera said he doesn't like rice pudding generally, but he's caned like 1.5 of them.
Mate, I could have that third one.
No, that's we've already talked about it. You've got to eat more lettuce and salad. and any more of that, and then get up in diabetes by the time you're 40.
No, I'll be all right.
Yeah, so I handle it. I'll just exercise more. Or I'll get that Wegovy jab and I'll become like a gaunt vampire-looking person. Basically, it's nothing like the Turks don't do. But I think what happens is the big restaurants, what they do is they tend to have to oversaturate the sweetness of stuff. So, like even when I make baklava, I will, but in small batches because that's like time consuming.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort.
I don't have to put as much sweetness or sugar into it, so you've got much more of a subtler taste.
Yeah.
And it's the same with this. I don't make it heavy because I make small batches where I don't have to oversaturate the sugar with it. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I'm glad you like that. That's yeah.
Yeah, mate, that was.
And that's without the vanilla. They usually put a bit of vanilla in there as well.
Oh, flip. Are you
Yeah, but not
serious?
everyone. Yeah, but not everyone likes vanilla. I was even going to mess around with it and put like everyone's into the whole pistachio cream at the moment.
Oh no, trust me, that does not need anything. Like,
Yeah,
there's not a single thing I would change about that
There you
whatsoever.
go. Yeah. I say yeah. So I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad you liked
Right.
it, and you like the chicken dinner as well.
Yeah, that chicken doner, like, 'cause you know what it is. I'll go to sometimes I'll go to the local kebab shops around.
You're
my
allowed
area.
to, man. So I'm not taking offense.
No, you know what it is. Like most of them, you could once it's off the pit and whatever. Like, bro, it's so bland, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
I think what that is. I think what you got to find is that a handful of businesses are making it themselves. Are using good quality products. Well, it's always the way, man. There's always going to be a Ferrari, and there's always going to be like an old banger.
Yeah.
But they all have their horses for courses, right? So even when you're seeing like a slew of say kebab shops opening, where it's just basically it's a variation on the German doner kebab.
Yeah.
You got your Ottoman kebab, which are good. Not knocking them. But ones that basis that it's. Some of it can be off the shelf type foods.
Okay.
They'll go to a main supplier and who's baked, which is again not an issue.
Yeah.
But they're dishing out huge I don't know, chicken doner, which is 80, £100 for a massive thing. That's fine. It's good. No one says it's not. But it's like some people will go to the best kebab in Hackney.
Yeah.
And some will love it and some will hate it.
Yeah.
It's just. You know that saying where they talk about the customer is always right in the matter of taste. So what you may like,
someone else is gonna like.
Dude, I'm telling you 100%. You love this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody there who eventually comes here is not going to like this.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, that's life.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you know? Anyway, come to my restaurant, eat my rice pudding. Yeah, look, it's quite simple. It's I think it's like, if you've got room for big, massive Turkish restaurants, big, massive Italian restaurants that cater to like the mass, then you've got room for the opposite side, which is the smaller, more boutique units where you get to know the chef.
Okay.
You with me? I'm not trying to become the next chain. I don't have the energy. I'd like to be basically, you come with your family, or you come with your kids, and then basically I'll show them how a wood oven works, and then you get to be in a nice halal environment, and you get to have some nice food, and that's it.
Fair enough. And what's your opening hours here anyway?
At the moment, because I'm kind of like jumping around at the moment, I've got to settle on one or two things. So at the moment, on Mondays we're closed.
Okay.
And then every other day, we open from midday till 9 o'clock.
9 p.m?
Yeah.
That's early.
Yeah, wait.
Okay.
Wait, yeah. And then Friday, Saturday, okay, we open till like, depending on who's here, like usually we say like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we'll open later if we feel it's necessary. Okay.
Okay.
But like, if no one's here, then I'll shut at 9. But it's like, because I'm on my own at the moment. Okay. So like, yeah. And then basically like, if you ring up and go, oh, we're coming down. That's the other thing. If you do come down, don't rock up here 10 people strong, because it's like, we're not a restaurant. Don't do that. Don't rock up here and like try and rearrange my business into like a big. I'm not going to do it. I'll be like, bye. You know what I mean? Just like, don't rock up with 10 people and go, oh, I'm going to be served like a big, massive turkey. It's not going to happen. I'll be like, I'm sorry, thank you very much, but just come up in normal pairs. All right? Just don't do that thing where last week where somebody walked in here, like 10 people go, oh, can we have a seat at the table? It's like, who are you? Where'd you come from? Yeah. So we do early for one reason alone, is because I need to see what's going on, and I've got other things to run. Okay, you with me?
Fair enough.
And generally, up till 9 o'clock is where I find my clientele is.
Yeah.
Anything after that, I'm happy to cater for, but basically then it's like, but that's more. I find that's more Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, fair enough.
You with me?
Yeah.
But if you're here and we're having a good time and you're chilling out, I stay open. It's not a biggie.
Yeah.
Bad tasting music.
All right, so...
But the other place closes at 9.
Okay, so they're open...
Yeah, we do.
Are they closed on Mondays as well, or...?
No, they're open 7 days a week.
Okay.
I'm not here to promote that. The other place open 7 days a week. I'm going to do... I was 7 days a week recently.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 7 weeks soon, again. And then basically, I'm just trying to find somebody to help me out at the moment, because I'm just trying to find somebody who's competent enough that... that can help me. And I'm not spending the whole day going, because I hate being here. Because I want to expand on some stuff. That menu is basically like, that's just like your bog standard, we've got it all the time.
Yeah.
And then the other stuff I'm going to start adding.
In due time.
Yeah, but because I don't want to show my whole hand.
Yeah.
Because everyone goes like, well, how do you like, I don't want to tell you everything. I like to keep some secrets. But the main thing is like, at the moment it's like, I'm closing at 9, and then extend to 9:30, 10 o'clock on close towards the weekends. And we find it gets busy enough. I extend the hours, it's not big, it's not a problem for me. Okay. But it's just basically like, it depends on what I get back. That's normal, right?
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Because I want a life. Yeah. I game. I want to see the sunrise occasionally. I have a life.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
And if the community helps, I make it busy enough.
Yeah.
Then, I'll open till midnight. I ain't got a problem with that. I did before.
Fair enough. So you heard that, people. So gather up everyone you can.
Yeah, if you support.
And let's just support this small little business. Yeah. And inshallah, it starts getting busy that he can't see the sunrise too often. Yeah. I want to be Nosferatu for a couple of years. Do you know what I mean? No, that's it. Just come and try it. That's the way it works. You know what I mean? It's like, if you want food that's a bit more like less mass produced and a bit more like just like more like your good uncle like has made you some food. Did you like it? Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. There you go, bro. I loved it. It wasn't like it's like proper nice simple food, isn't it? But it just tastes flipping amazing. There you go. And you won't have botulism. That's the main thing. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we can wrap up. Inshallah. Yeah. Allah Hafiz. Okay, assalamu alaikum. Thanks,